Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Chaska Athletic Park for game number 3 of day number 3 of the 98th Annual Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament. Alongside our producer and director, Clayton Johnson, my name is Darren Swenson at PrepSpotlight.tv/townball. It's the Foley Lumberjacks taking on the Stark Longhorns. The winner of this contest will head to Waconia to take on the Waconia Lakers next Friday night at 7:30 in the next round of the Class C tournament. The Foley Lumberjacks are the road team. They will bat this way. In right field, Louis Massa. At shortstop, Drew Beyer. The designated hitter, Tyler Midas. The first baseman, Mitch Keeler. Brandon Bisgens is at third base. Mitch Lowering is at second base. Ian Von Wald, the catcher. Ryan Chmielewski is the pitcher, and Joe Zawicki is in center field. In the number 10 spot in the batting order, so he's not batting, is the left fielder, Sam Keeler. And that lineup will face Javon Rickert for Stark and the Longhorns. Rickert on the season. Has no record, has not pitched in a game for the Longhorns. So we're about ready to get things underway again. The winner of this one goes to Waconia to take on the host Waconia Lakers next Friday night in the next round of the Class C tournament. Louis Massa will stand in, and the first pitch high at 428. 1 ball and no strikes. Next offering is a swing and a miss. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Defensively for the Longhorns, Mason Cox, Nick Labatt, and Jake Marat left to right in the outfield. Pitch outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Zach Holla at third, Brandon Helgeth at short. At second base, Sean Mathewitz. Jacob Supernaut at first, Tim Seifert behind the plate, and Javon Richard on the hill. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2 now on Louis Massa to start the ball game. Foley and Stark in the third game of the day here in Chaska. The 2-2 delivery, a smacker into right field. Coming on is Marat, but he'll have to play it on a hop. So Massa starts the game in style for the Lumberjacks with a single to right. And that will bring up Drew Beyer. Beyer, a first-year player at St. Cloud State. Also played at St. Cloud Technical College. Beyer hit .424 on the season. And the first pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes. Richard comes set, and the pitch goes high. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Lumberjacks making their 4th straight state appearance. Next pitch out of the zone, 3 balls, no strikes. This team was started in 2014. The former team was the Foley Outlaws. The 3-0 high, ball 4. They were a team that in the 1990s and the 2000s, they had lost 72 straight games, which is hard to do in the great game of baseball. So they started anew in 2014, and with their 4th straight trip to the state tournament, obviously things are working pretty well to this point, as Tyler Midas will come to the plate. After Seifert and Rickert have a conversation on the hill, Tyler Midas The catcher at Minnesota Duluth stands in from the right-hand side of the plate in a scoreless game, top half of the first inning. Rickert delivers, and the pitch outside and low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. So Massa with a single. Fire with a 4-pitch walk, and now 5 straight out of the zone from Richard. As the pitch outside corner for a strike. So we proceed at 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. 2 looks at second by Richard, and the pitch goes high. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Massa away from second, Byer away from first. Richard on the ropes here in the first inning, and he'll fire a strike at the outside edge. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. A threat immediately for the Lumberjacks in the top of the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch smack toward short. Line drive caught there by Helgett. He'll throw to second and get the double play. Midas hit it hard. Helgett was there to make the play, and he dumped it to second. And Mathewitz to erase Massa. And what looked promising now turns into 2 down and a runner at first for Mitch Keeler. No score here in the first inning. Mitch Keeler hit 12 home runs this year, second most in Foley Lumberjack history, as a popper goes to the right side. A diving attempt by the first baseman, Super not unsuccessful. Keeler is going to reach, and it'll be first and second with 2 down. I'm guessing that will be ruled a base hit. Had that play been made, it probably would have been an above average play. And they are going to put a hit up on the board. And Brandon Bistjens will have an opportunity here with first and second and 2 down. Bistjens hit .304 on the season for the Lumberjacks. Richard delivers, and the pitch goes high. 1 ball and no strikes. This was the final regularly scheduled game of the day here in Chaska. They'll make up the suspended game from Friday night after this one. The 1-0 delivery is a fastball up for 2 balls and no strikes. We'll pick that game up in the bottom of the 4th inning with Miesville leading Chaska 5-0. Byer at second, Keeler at first. Richard come to the chest-high set, and the pitch in there for a strike. It's 2-1 now on Brandon Bistjens. And a beautiful day today. Absolutely no humidity. A rarity for August in Minnesota. The 2-1 is a pop-up, shallow right, long run for the center fielder, Labatt. Backing up is the second baseman, Mathewitz, but Labatt can't hang on to the ball after calling off Mathewitz. Scoring will be Byer. Keeler moves to third. It will be a 1-0 lead for Foley. Interesting call there, because Labatt had a long way to run, but he did call the ball away from the second baseman, Mathewitz. They are going to rule an error on Labatt to allow the first run of the game to score. And Mitch Logering will look to keep the fun going with runners at the corners and 2 down. 1 in here in the top of the first inning as Foley leads at 1-0. Logering looks at a strike. Logering, a Wisconsin Superior baseball alumnus, as a move to first base will keep Bistjens honest. Foley drawing first blood here in the visiting half of inning number 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Another move to first base, a quicker move this time from Richard. And back to the bag diving is Bistjens. Richards To the chest high set, and the pitch swung on and missed. Good fastball at the knees, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Richard trying to get out of things here in the first inning. Another move to first base will send Bischins back diving to the bag. Oh, 2 with the runner going. A pop-up foul ball. Straight back and out of play. Count remains 0-2 on Logering. Ground ball left side, charging at third will be Holla. He'll pick it up and throw to first base to retire Logering and the side here in the first inning. But 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. 1 half inning complete. Foley 1. And the Stark Longhorns come into the plate, and they will bat this way. Dylan Klein is the designated hitter. Sean Mathewitz is at second base. Brandon Helgett is the shortstop. Mason Cox in left field. Zach Holla at third base. Nick Labatt in center field. David Supernaut at first base. Jace Moratz in right field, and Tim Seifert is the catcher, and that lineup will face Ryan Chmielewski. Chmielewski 2-2 on the season with a 2.10 ERA. He played in the state high school tournament in 2019. Played Legion ball this year as well. He will be a freshman at Southwest Minnesota State coming up this year. Chmielewski the Legion team was the Granite, appeared to be the Granite Ridge squad. He's from Foley originally. And Dylan Klein will start things here in the bottom of the first inning. He's a .345 hitter on the season for Stark. Pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. We'll set the defense here momentarily for Foley. The 0-1 in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 now. 0-2 the count on Klein. The pitch swung on and missed as Chmielewski strikes out Klein on 3 pitches to start the bottom of the first inning. Sam Keeler in left, Joe Zawicki in center, and Lewis Massa in right for Foley. Brandon Bischins at third, Drew Byer at short. Miss Logering at second, and Mitch Keeler at first. Ian Von Wald behind the plate, Ryan Chmielewski on the hill. Sean Mathewitz looks at a strike, 0-1 as the pitch goes low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Chmielewski gets that ball, gets right back on the hill as a foul ball goes right side. Mitch Keeler into foul ground, who will make the catch. On the pop-up from Sean Mathewitz, who came into that plate appearance with a .354 average. And Brandon Helgett will be the batter. 1-0 Foley, bottom half of the first inning. Hellgate at 371, 6 doubles, no triples, 2 home runs, and 22 RBI. The pitch to Hellgate goes low, 1 ball, no strikes. Hellgate the third best batting average on the squad as the next pitch out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes to count. 2-0. Fastball outside edge. 4 strike 1. The pitch fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on the number 3 hitter in the Longhorn lineup. Ground ball, third base side. Bistians will field at third. He'll pick it up and throw to first base. And a quiet bottom of the first for the Longhorns. 3 up, 3 down. To the second inning we go. Foley leads it 1-0.
Amateur baseball is one of Minnesota's great sporting traditions. The state tournament brings together hundreds of communities in late summer at great ballparks all around the state. Coverage of every game can be found on PrepSpotlight.tv. PrepSpotlight.tv's coverage of today's state tournament game is made possible by the Minnesota Baseball Association, and also with help from the Minnesota Twins. Celebrate Town Ball with the Twins on September 11th. Visit twinsbaseball.com/townball for details. Now let's get to the ballpark.
One nothing Foley as a dropped fly ball with 2 outs in the first inning allowed a Lumberjack run to score. The only tally to this point. Again, the winner of this one will face the Waconia Lakers at Waconia next Friday night at 7:30. Each and every game of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament can be seen at PrepSpotlight.tv/townball. And don't forget to let family, friends, anyone who loves the game of baseball far and wide to know that you can watch this annual great baseball tradition in the state of Minnesota by going to that website. And anywhere with an internet connection on planet Earth and beyond, you can watch baseball. As Ian Von Wald looks at a strike and looks at the next pitch outside for 1 ball and 1 strike. Von Wald, a junior catcher at St. Cloud State, goes the other way and smacks a single to left. So the second straight inning, the Lumberjacks get their leadoff runner on. A runner at first base. And nobody out, and Ryan Chmielewski will try to help his own cause. He squares to bunt, good push bunt up the first base side. Richards gonna field, he'll have to hurry in the underhand toss to Supernaut at first base. Records the out with Von Wald moving up to second base, and Joe Zawicki will come to the plate. Foley leading 1-0. Visiting half of the second inning as Zawicki comes to the plate. Zawicki goes to Bethany Lutheran. As the pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 delivery, swinging a foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bethany plays their home games at beautiful ISG Field down there in Mankato, home of the Moondogs. Ryan Craig does a great job with that baseball program year in and year out. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch off the end of the bat foul towards the first base dugout. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Zawicki. Top of the order, and Lewis Massa on deck. 1-0 Foley. in the top of the second inning. 1-2 delivery. Ooh, boy, just missed. Looked like Zawicki was fooled on the pitch, but he'll live to fight another day. 2-2 the count. The 2-2, fastball up. Three balls, two strikes. Away from second is Von Wald. Chest high is set for Richard. And the pitch, curveball taken for strike three. First strikeout of the game for Javon Richard. 2 down here in the inning. It was very similar to the 1-2 pitch that Zawicki was a little bit fooled on, but ended up living to fight another day. Von Wald at second with 2 down. Luis Massa started the top of the first inning with a single. The pitch, high fly ball, left field and deep, and that one is going to be off the 325 sign and straightaway left. Massa will get a double to score Von Wald, and a crooked number on the board for the Lumberjacks. Massa a trifle away from a home run to straightaway left. Saw the first pitch in his wheelhouse, and it hit in the middle of the 2 out in straightaway left. Had it been about 5 to maybe even 5, maybe not even that much higher, it would have been a home run, but a 2-out RBI for Massa makes it 2-0. Drew Byer drew a walk in his first plate appearance and scored, and he looks at the first pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. He's out and ahead of the next one, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Drew Byer. 2 runs on 4 hits through the first 10 batters for the Lumberjacks. 1-1, fouled away, left side out of play, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Drew Byer. Foley leading 2-0. Looking for a date with the Waconia Lakers at Waconia next Friday night at 7:30. Richard ready in the pitch. Breaker inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Byer. Deuce's wild pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. Pretty shallow coming out the second baseman, Mathowitz. And he won't make the catch to retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 runner left. Inning and a half complete. Foley leads it 2-0.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Town Ball night at Target Field. Less than 3 weeks away now on September 11th. You just saw the website you can go to celebrate the Minnesota community baseball tradition with the Minnesota Twins, as Mason Cox will stand in to face Ryan Chmielewski. As the left-hander throws outside to Mason Cox, 1 ball, no strikes. Zach Holla and Nick Labatt will follow here in the second inning. 2-0 lead for Foley, and a swing and a miss from Mason Cox. 1 ball, 1 strike. One more game to go tonight. Wasn't originally scheduled for today. The 1-1 outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. We'll go back to Class B. We'll finish up the Friday night suspended game between Miesville and Chaska, with Miesville leading 5-0 in the 4th inning. 2-1, swinging a foul away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So full day of baseball here in Chaska. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch down and in the dirt, to be precise. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. So another full weekend of baseball in Waconia, Hamburg, and Chaska next weekend. The 3-2, a little bit low for ball 4. Mason Cox becomes the first base runner for the Longhorns. Cox at first with nobody out for Zach Holla. 2-0 Foley here in inning number 2. Holla has the second best batting average on the squad at .376, 7 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, and 16 RBIs. Chmielewski misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, swinging a pop-up, foul ball, right side. Keeler heading over towards the Stark dugout. And it lands on the top of said dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Weather hasn't been an issue at all today. Move to first base, and Mason Cox back to the bag. In fact, we're gonna check the temperature and the heat index. Hammered towards left center field and deep. That ball is one hopping against the fence. Hitting third, coming to the plate is Cox. He will score. Coming to third is Holla. He'll get there without a play. And the Foley lead is cut in half. Zach Holla with a triple to left to score Mason Cox. He got that 1-1 pitch in his wheelhouse and just absolutely smoked it. And Nick Labatt will stand in and look at a strike, 0-1. Runner at third, 1 in, nobody out. What is now a 2-1 Foley lead. A curveball is swung on and missed. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. 2-1 the advantage for Foley. But the tying run at third base. The 0-2 delivery, another curveball, swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Chmielewski, 1 down in the second inning. Told you I'd do it a moment ago, so I might as well do it now. It's 80 degrees here in Chaska, and the heat index is 80 degrees. David Supernat will stand in, and he'll look at the first pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. Supernat was a .337 hitter on the regular season for Stark. The Longhorn first baseman takes a curve for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Infield up at all 4 spots here with 1 out. The 1-1 delivery, good curveball swung on and missed at the pitch, down and in. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Supernat. The triple by Holla, the first hit of the game a moment ago for the Longhorns, and the 1-2 is a curveball. Swung on and missed, dug out of the dirt by the catcher Von Wall, who will throw to Keeler to officially record the putout. In the process, he kept Holla at third. And Jace Maratz will come to the plate. The infield will be afforded the luxury to go back to its regular positions now as Marat, a 279 hitter, stands in and fouls at first base side. No balls, one strike to count on Marat. Chmielewski trying to prevent further damage. The pitch swung on and missed on a hard fastball. Middle in. No balls, two strikes, the count on Marat. Held high, set for Chmielewski, and a backdoor breaking ball taken for strike three. So after the triple to Hala, Chmielewski strikes out the next three batters. And he limits the damage, but the Longhorns pull one closer, one run on one hit, and one runner left on base. 2 innings complete, Foley leads at 2-1. Still balling. Love about town ball. Poker out to right center field, a base hit. Luke Johnson with a 2-out RBI single to score Schreiber.
Back over, that is going to find its way up the middle, and 2 more runs will score. Trocky.
And they cut off some balls. Oh, humpback liner out into center field. Here comes Joseph around third. Geeson's throw will go through to the plate.
Back towards left, it's through, and a base hit.
Out of the plate. On the outside corner, they continue to work away, and he lifts one in the left field. That's down for a base hit. They're going to send the runner home. Here comes the throw. It's cut off by the third baseman.
Going right down the middle, rip to center, and going down and making the play, and then doing a bit of a swan dive for added flair is Mahalik.
Travis Midas, the designated hitter for the Lumberjacks, will swing and miss at the first offering from Javon Richard to start the third inning. Midas lined into a double play his first time up. He hits a 2-hopper to Helget at short. And will throw across the diamond to retire Midas, who's now 0 for 2. State amateur baseball tournaments are now in full swing. The B&C tournaments will be played this weekend, next weekend, and Labor Day weekend in Waconia, Chaska, and Hamburg. Get out and support your community, or if you just love the game of baseball and want to watch winter go-home games at fantastic venues, there's nothing like tournament time as a fly ball goes to center field off the bat of Keeler. Making a two-handed grab at right center is the center fielder, Nick Labatt. Can't make it to the games? PrepSpotlight.tv/townball has packages that will make watching all the venues very affordable. Enjoy the tournament at the park. We're on PrepSpotlight.tv. Clayton Johnson is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Glad you're with us. From Chaska on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, Brandon Bischens will look at a strike, 0-1. He hit the ball that was dropped by Nick Labatt out in center field that allowed the first run of the game to score back in the first inning. As Bischens looks at another strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 hammered foul, first base side, not a play. It is no balls and 2 strikes. Still on Damon Bischens. The pitch, ground ball towards short. 2-hopper to Helget. He'll throw across the diamond. And an easy top of the third for Javon Richard. Lumberjacks go down in order. 3 up, 3 down. To the bottom of the third we go. It's 2-1 Foley.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to target. Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Game 3 of day number 3 of the 98th annual Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament. Glad you're with us at prepspotlight.tv/townball. Foley leading Stark 2-1, and an error by the Longhorns got the first run home in the first inning, and an RBI double with 2 outs by Luis Massa in the second. Got their second run home. An RBI triple by Zach Holla in the bottom of the second inning. Got Stark's run home, their first of the contest. 9-1-2 due for the Longhorns in the bottom half of the third inning. Tim Seifert will be followed by the top of the order, and Dylan Klein here in the third inning as Seifert takes the pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, ground ball towards third. Gobbled up there by Bistrins at the hot corner. And Seifert retired on the 5-3 putout. 1 down here in the inning. And top of the order, and Dylan Klein will come to the plate. Klein struck out swinging his first time up. One of 4 strikeouts from the left arm of Ryan Chmielewski to this point. First pitch fouled back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Stark, the home team in this scenario. The 0-1 delivery, good backdoor breaking ball taken for strike 2. And Chmielewski not wasting any time. Is ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate. So we'll do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing into the count with Sean Matowitz on deck. Taking a look at some other tournament scores today. Class B over in Hamburg. Rochester defeated Forest Lake 7-3. One hopper right back to Chmielewski. Turns and throws to first base. Keeler on the receiving end of the 1-3 putout. Class C over in Waconia, Fergus Falls has defeated Hanska 4-2. And Sean Matowitz swings at the first one and smacks one into center for a base hit. Matowitz had fouled out to first in the first. Gets the second hit of the game for the Longhorns, a 2-out single here in the third inning. Princeton earlier today on this diamond defeated St. Stephen by a 1-0 margin. Brandon Helgett will stand in. He grounded to third his first time up. 1 ball and no strikes to count. The pause. And a 1-0 pitch smacked into left and a base hit. Helgett goes the other way. And a bobble out in left field. Trying to move up is Matowitz, and he will head to third base on the gamble. Helgett will follow him into second base. Keeler, I don't know if he was playing it nonchalantly or clearly bobbled it out in left field, but Matowitz forced him to make a play, and Keeler wasn't able to do so. It's second and third with 2 down, and Mason Cox, who walked and scored in the second, will hit a ground ball that takes a funny hop over Logering and into right field for a 2-run single, and Stark has taken a 3-2 lead. Cox was right in line to field that ball. It looked like it hit the lip between the infield grass and the infield dirt and went right over the head of Cox. The head of Logering. It ends up being a 2-run single for Cox, and Stark takes its first lead of the game as Zach Holla, who had an RBI triple in the second, looks at the first one low. 1 ball, no strikes, the 1-0. A strike, and it's 1-1. A serendipitous hop for the Longhorns, an unlucky hop for the Lumberjacks. 1-1 delivery, outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. Baseball's a funny game. It can turn just like that. An aggressive base running play and a funny hop. And Stark goes from trailing 2-1 to leading 3-2. 1-2 the count on Zach Holla. Another move to first base from Chmielewski to keep Cox honest. Continuing to run down the scores from the tournament earlier today. Class B, Newmarket defeated Burnsville 11-5 at a foul tip that wasn't able to be hung on to by Ian Von Wald behind the plate. Must have hit the dirt beforehand, so the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a fastball outside corner taken for strike 3. Chmielewski with strikeout number 5. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. 3 done. Stark leads it 3-2.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
A 3-2 lead for Stark on Foley as we go to the 4th inning. Javon Richard will face Mitch Logering, Ian Von Wald, and Ryan Chmielewski here in the 4th inning. Ever since the Massa RBI double in the second, Richard has retired 4 in a row. Logering grounded to third in the 1st inning to end that frame, and he looks at the first pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Now that we got a little bit more time here, as that one smacked into right and a base hit. Logering gets the 5th hit of the day for Foley. Let's run down some of the scores from earlier today. Eagle Lake on this diamond defeated Cannon Falls 2-1. Over in Waconia, Kimball defeated Union Hill in the Class C tournament 3-0. Class C or Class B tournament, Newmarket defeated Burnsville 11-5. First pitch outside to Ian Von Wald, who singled and scored in the second. 1-0 delivery, outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1 now. Princeton over St. Stephen in our second game today, 1-0 in the Class C tournament. 1-1 delivery, a pop-up left field. Coming on is Mason Cox, but he'll let Brandon Helgett, the shortstop, take care of it. And Helgett makes a two-handed grab and shallow left for the first out here in the 4th inning. Class C over at Waconia, Fergus Falls defeated Hanska 4-2. Class B over at Hamburg, Rochester over Forest Lake 7-3. Those are the finals that we have in right now. Ryan Chmielewski sacrificed a man up in the 2nd inning and looks at a strike, 0-1. Chmielewski, the pitcher, getting a spot in the batting order for the Lumberjacks. Righty-righty matchup against Richard. This pitch goes high. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Chmielewski. 1-1 delivery. A little bit high. 2 balls, 1 strike to the number 8 hitter for the Lumberjacks. So a lot of action here in the early going of this one. 9 hits and 5 runs through 3+ as Chmielewski skies one into left towards the line. Making a two-handed grab is Mason Cox in medium depth left for the second out here in the 4th inning. 2 down, a runner at first for Joe Zawicki. Took a called third back in the 2nd. He's been the lone strikeout victim of Richard to this point. Stark leading it 3-2, visiting half of the 4th. Pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes on Joe Zawicki. That pitch in there for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Lewis Massa to follow as Zawicki swings and misses. It's 1-2. Richard trying to get out of trouble, and a goose egg on the board here in the 4th. This pitch goes high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Austin leading Painesville in the Class C tournament 3-0. Pitch swung on and missed. Second strikeout for Richard. Both have been of Joe Zawicki. A leadoff single, but nothing else. We head to the home half of the 4th. It's 3-2 Stark.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
To the home half of the 4th, Stark with a tally in the 2nd. And Mason Cox with a 2-run single in the 3rd inning with a help of a bad hop that went over the head of the second baseman Logering. Stark leads it 3-2. Ryan Chmielewski has given up 4 hits, 3 runs. He's walked 1 and has struck out 5, throwing 45 pitches through the first 3 innings. Stark back at the state tournament for the 2nd consecutive year. For the 2nd time in 3 years, their 2019 appearance was preceded by a 2012 appearance. And prior to 2012, they had not been back here since the 80s. They appeared 6 times in the 80s, then went from 1988 to 2012 without heading to the state tournament as Nick Labat looks at a strike, 0-1. Next pitch outside from Ryan Chmielewski. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Winner of this one goes to Waconia to take on one of the host teams, the Waconia Lakers, next Friday night. Ground ball left side, diving attempt made by Byer, but he'll only be able to keep it on the skin. Good job by Byer to get to that ball. It's going to end up being an infield hit for Nick Labat. Runner at first, nobody out for David Supernat. Struck out his first time up swinging. Chmielewski hits ground ball towards third, gobbled up there by Bischens. He'll go to second for the first out, throw to first base offline. So it ends up being a fielder's choice as Labat erased from Bischens to Logering, or 5-4 in your scorebook. Foley He's back at state for the 4th consecutive year and the 5th time since 2016. Prior to that, Foley hadn't been back to state since 1989 as Jason Maratz fouls the first pitch off. He took a called third to end the second, 0 for 1. Each team with 5 hits, Stark with the only error, but Stark leading the stat that counts in the home half of the 4th, 3-2. The home team has won the previous 2 games. On this diamond today, the 1-0 is high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Foley's best ever finish at a state tournament was back in 1950, a 3rd place finish in the Class B division. 1 ball, 1 strike, pitch down and in. 2 balls, 1 strike to the number 8 hitter in the Longhorn lineup. (3-2) Longhorns are in the home half of the 4th. 2-1. Good curveball, swung on and missed. Chmielewski evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5 of the 10 outs that have been recorded have been via strikeouts. Chmielewski comes set, belt high. He'll move to first base to keep Super not honest. Chmielewski was 2-2 with a 2.10 ERA. A freshman at Southwest Minnesota State coming this fall as a curveball swung on and missed. Maratz down on strikes for the 2nd time in this game. And the 6th overall strikeout for Ryan Chmielewski. In his time with the Foley Lumberjacks limited due to playing American Legion ball this summer as Tim Seifert will look at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strike. Seifert grounded to third in the 3rd, 0 for 1. The pitch smacked out to right center field. After it is Zawicki. He's going to dive. It does not get there. Coming to third is Supernaut on the single by Seifert. Zawicki with a heck of an effort out in right center field, but he couldn't get there. It's going to be the 2nd hit of the inning. And now the top of the order with an opportunity to do some 2-out magic for the Longhorns. Dylan Klein batting for the 3rd time in 4 frames. Klein struck out swinging in the 1st and grounded back to the pitcher in the 3rd. It looked the first one low. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Dylan Klein. Seifert off of first, Supernaut down the line from 3rd. The 1-0 delivery hit well deep. Left field, Keeler retreating near the track. He will make a 2-handed catch to retire the side, catching it about 5 feet in front of the track. 2 hits, 2 left. 4 complete. It is Stark 3 and Foley 2.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Three 3-2 lead for Stark. As we begin the 5th inning, it'll be the top of the order for Foley. My name is Darren Swenson. Our producer and director is Clayton Johnson. third game here in Chaska today on day number 3 of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. We'll complete the suspended game from Friday night at 7 o'clock tonight with Miesville leading Chaska 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lewis Massa swings and hammers one deep to left field. That ball is gone. Lewis Massa has tied up the game on a home run to left center. It's now 3-3. So Massa now 3 for 3 on the day with a single in the first, an RBI double in the second, and a solo home run here in the 5th inning. So he's only a triple shy of the cycle. The St. Cloud Technical College player. It's his 8th home run of the summer. And Drew Byer fouls the first pitch off from Richard. No balls and 1 strike. Byer walked and scored in the first, pop to second to end the second. And a pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-2 now. 0-2 delivery. Just missed the outside edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 1-2 delivery. Ground ball off the glove of the pitcher Richards, fielded by Mathewitz at second base. He'll throw on to first base, and Byer retired. For those of you that care about statistics, that goes 1-4-3. 1 in, 1 down, bases empty, and what is now a 3-3 game. Tyler Midas is 0 for 2. First ball swinging, pops one right side. Supernaut, the first baseman, near the bag, will make a one-handed above the head catch for the second out here in the 5th. Two down, 1 in. Bases empty. Mitch Keeler is 1 for 2. Singled in the first inning and flew out to center in the 3rd. Each team with 3 runs on 6 hits. Starks with the only error to this ball game, a curveball that missed somewhere. Sometimes breaking balls are so good and the umpire gets fooled, and I think that might have been one of those times. 1-0. One hopper towards third, goes underneath the glove of Holland into left field. So Keeler will reach on what I'm assuming will be the second Stark error of the game, and it will be. Keeler reaches on the error, and Brandon Bisgens will come to the plate. Bisgens reached on a drop fly ball in the first. He hit one towards right. Jake Maratz is under it, and he dives. He can't get there. He was fooled by that ball. Rounding third, coming to the plate will be Keeler. The relay throw is offline. Keeler's going to score. Bisgens moved to second base. It's now a 4-3 lead for Foley. Foley's third base coach took a gamble that time, sending Keeler in from third base. Sometimes you gamble and force the defense to make a play, and they're unable to make it. They are going to rule that one a base hit for Bisgens, as it would have been a diving catch by Maratz out in right field. It's a 4-3 lead for Foley, and hammering down the right field line is Logering, but it goes foul. No balls and 1 strike. Mitch Logering grounded to third in the first and singled in the 4th inning. So Foley, who started the inning, trailing 3-2, has increased their lead to 4-3. Fly ball left center field. The center fielder Labatt angling over, and he will make a two-handed above the head catch to retire the side. But 2-run score on 2 hits. 1 error and 1 runner left on base halfway home in this one. Been an entertaining one to this point as Foley leads it by a 4-3 margin.
The Town Ball Tour, head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here, the kids are here, it's safe, it's a wonderful environment.
We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Of course, we're having fun covering the state amateur baseball tournament. We'll do so next weekend. We'll do so the weekend after that. But high school sports season is right around the corner as well, and you're home for a lot of metro area games and beyond. On the high school gridiron this fall will be PrepSpotlight.tv, a website you will need to know for all the information this fall and beyond. Sean Mathewitz, Brandon Helgett, and Mason Cox here in the 5th inning to face Ryan Chmielewski, pitching with the lead once again. First pitch outside to Mathewitz, 1 ball, no strikes. Mathewitz fouled to first in the first and singled and scored in the third. The 1-0 delivery is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. (4-3) Foley, home half the 5th. Fastball missed outside. It's the 61st pitch from Chmielewski. 2 balls, 1 strike, and a breaking ball is popped foul straight back. Foul territory, first base side, and the catcher Ian Von Wald there to make the catch, and there's 1 down here in the 5th inning. 1 down, nobody on for Brandon Helgett. Helgett grounded to third in the first, singled and scored in the third. 4-3 Foley after the 2 runs in the 5th inning. An RBI single by Brandon Bistjens and a home run by Luis Massa. Foul ball in the first pitch of this plate appearance to Helgett. Luis Massa, a single, a double, a home run, and 2 runs scored and 2 RBI on the day. For the right fielder from the Longhorns as the pitch goes low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chmielewski, the pitch, and there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 off the end of the bat foul as Helgett stayed alive, but barely. The 1-2 delivery, swinging a pop-up foul. Third base side, and that one going to land just beyond the third base dugout occupied by the Foley Lumberjacks. One ball, 2 strikes, the count remains on Helgett. Pitch, ground ball, foul. Nice play in the Stark dugout. On the first base side. Couldn't quite tell who that was. Love giving credit where credit is due. But couldn't quite do it there. The 1-2 delivery popped up on the infield. The shortstop Byer will catch on the second base side of second base. There are 2 down here in the inning. Chmielewski has only had 1-1-2-3 inning. That happened back in the first inning. Mason Cox is yet to be retired. He walked and scored in the second, had a 2-run single with the help of a bad hop in the third. First pitch was high from Chmielewski. Another curve in there for a strike. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. That was with second and third and 2 down. Cox hit a ground ball towards second. That ended up going over the head of Mitch Logering and into right field. The 1-1, this one a looper towards second, and it's caught there by Mitch Logering, and that's that for the 5th inning. Longhorns go down quietly. To the 6th we go. It's Foley 4, Stark 3.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
Foley leading Stark 4-3 as we see some of the work of the hardworking Chaska Baseball Club members, keeping the field in good shape. Had a little work to do Saturday before the game started, but other than that, the field conditions have been as good as they possibly can be. Granted, we haven't had a ton of rain this summer. That always creates some complications as well. But it takes a lot of people to put on a tournament like this, and we appreciate everyone who makes it possible. Ian Von Wald is 1 for 2, and he gets hit by the first offering from Richard here in the 6th inning. That was the 72nd pitch from Richard. Von Wald had singled and scored in the second and popped to short in the 4th and reaches base on the hit by pitch to lead off the top of the 6th inning. And Ryan Chmielewski will stand in. He sacrificed in the second and flew out to left in the 4th. First base side, Richard will field a brief look at second. He'll throw to Superon at first. And the second sacrifice of the day for Ryan Chmielewski. And Joe Zawicki will be the batter. But before that happens, Wyatt Zawicki will run for Ian Von Wald out at second base. Joe Zawicki has struck out looking in the 2nd inning and struck out swinging in the 4th. Those are the only 2 strikeouts of the game for Javon Richard. Top of the order, and Lewis Massa on deck. 4-3 lead for Foley as Zawicki looks at the first one high. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A roll and a throw to second base, close play. Wyatt Zawicki back in diving. 1-0. Swinging a foul back. One ball, one strike, the count on the number 9 hitter in the Lumberjack lineup. Winner will take on the Waconia Lakers next Friday night at Waconia. The 1-1, a fly ball towards left field. Coming on is Mason Cox. He'll have to play it on a hop. Sneaking up to third will be Wyatt Zawicki on the Joe Zawicki single. And runners at first and third with one down to a man that has been a thorn in the side of Longhorn pitching today, and that's been Luis Massa. Massa a single in the first, an RBI double in the second, and a solo home run. And a couple of brief words out of the dugout. And Massa will come to the plate. And even without first base open, they're going to walk him. Wow. Can't say it's a bad call at all, but you rarely, if ever, see an intentional walk without first base open. They put Massa on, and Drew Byer will come to the plate. He'll sky one towards center field, relatively deep. Going back is Labatt. He makes the catch near the track, tagging at third, and scoring will be Wyatt Zawicki to make it 5-3. Labatt appeared to come in a couple of steps and realized that ball just kept carrying. He was able to make the play in front of the track, but Wyatt Zawicki was tagging the whole way. And it ends up being a sacrifice fly for Byer to make it a 5-3 ball game. And Tyler Midas will look to continue the fun. He'll look at a strike, 0-1. Midas lined out to short in the first inning, grounded to short in the third, and popped to first in the fifth inning. Fly ball, right field. Maratz is under it. He'll make a one-handed head-high catch off to his side to retire the side. But one more scores on one hit. No errors and two runners left on base. Our new score as we go to the bottom of the sixth. It's Foley 5 and Stark 3.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike three! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Foley has gone from 3-2 down starting the top of the fifth to 5-3 up going into the bottom of the sixth inning. Ryan Chmielewski got his second 1-2-3 inning in the fifth inning. He will face hitters 5, 6, and 7 for the Longhorns here in the home half of the sixth. Again, the winner will face the Waconia Lakers at Waconia next Friday night at 7:30. Zach Holla with an RBI triple in the first. He took called strike 3 to end the third inning. And Holla looks at a strike here. No balls and 1 strike, and a breaking ball is swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Chmielewski throws outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Labatt and Supernaut to follow here in the 6th inning. A swing and a foul at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count remains. The 1-2 delivery. Chopper towards the first base side, but it trickles into foul ground. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5-3 the lead for Foley. 1 more game to go here tonight. Completion of the suspended game from Friday night. The 1-2 delivery tried to backdoor him, but missed low and away. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maysville leading Chaska 5-0, bottom of the 4th inning. Winner of that one gets East Grand Forks next weekend. Ground ball towards short, backhanded by the shortstop Byer. He'll fire across the diamond, and by a step, Holla retired. Fine play. Drew Byer gets the out. And there's 1 down in the inning. Nick Labatt to the plate. Struck out swinging in the 2nd and singled in the 4th. 5-8-0 for Foley, 3-6-2 for Stark as pitch goes low. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Labatt. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Labatt. Chmielewski ready as the pitch swung on and missed, or he fouled it at the plate. Couldn't get solid contact on the breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. The 1-2 delivery, a fastball missed up and out. It is 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Ground ball, foul. So we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chmielewski right now at 83 pitches. Curveball goes low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One down, nobody on in the 6th as the pitch goes low for ball 4. Tying run comes to the plate in the person of David Supernat. Supernat struck out swinging in the 2nd, bounced into a force play in the 4th. Up again here in the 6th and a 5-3 Foley lead. Pitch inside from Chmielewski. 1 ball, no strikes. I don't think anybody else is warmed up at all for Foley. Curveball low and away. It caroms to the right of Von Wald. Hitting 2nd, going to 3rd is Labatt. The throw there not in time, so Labatt moves up 2 bases as Von Wald didn't immediately pick up the trajectory of that wild pitch. Good hustle by the Longhorn center fielder. Runner at 3rd with 1 down, and the pitch swung out and missed. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Interesting call here as the Lumberjacks moving their infield up at all four spots with one out and a runner at third. Pitch inside corner, strike three called. Supernaut called out on strikes. There's two down in the inning. And a visit from the dugout. Between Von Wald, Chmielewski, and the Lumberjacks field manager. Runner at third, two down here in the inning. Jace Maratz to the plate. Marat struck out looking in the second and struck out swinging in the fourth inning. 7 strikeouts now in the game for Chmielewski. Fastball outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Chmielewski with a look of disbelief on the previous call. No balls, 1 strike to count. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Some heat from Chmielewski. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 swing and a miss at a breaking ball down and in. Chmielewski has now struck out 8. A walk and a man left. We're through 6. Foley leads at 5-3.
The Town Ball Tour. Head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here. The kids are here. It's safe. It's a wonderful environment. We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
To the 7th inning we go. Foley leads at 5-3. Clayton Johnson, our producer-director, resisted the temptation to go in front of the crowd and do the YMCA dance because he knew he had duties, being the professional that he is. My name is Darren Swenson. Foley leads at 5-3. They're out hitting Stark 8-6. Stark out erroring Foley 2-0. Mitch Keeler will lead things off here in the 7th inning. A single in the first. A fly out to center in the third, and a reach on an error and a run scored in the 5th inning. Been a back and forth game as Keeler couldn't hold up on the Richard curve. No balls and 1 strike to count. The 0-1 delivery, another curve and another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. In case you're just joining us, Foley scored first in the first inning on a dropped fly ball. He scored again in the second inning, an RBI double by Luis Massa. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball low and away. A 3-pitch strikeout of Keeler. 1 down here in the 7th inning. Brandon Bischens, a reach on a drop fly ball in the first, grounded to short in the third, and an RBI single in the 5th. Stark pulled 1 closer on an RBI triple by Zach Holla in the second inning. A 2-run bad hop single with 2 outs off the bat of Mason Cox in the third inning gave Stark, at the time, a 3-2 lead as Bischens looks at a strike. Fastball missed outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Foley came back with 2 runs in the 5th inning. They tied the game on a Luis Massa home run. Pitch just barely missed inside. And the 2-1 pitch is popped up into shallow center. Underneath it, the center fielder, Labatt, will make a 2-handed grab for out number 2. Foley tied the game on that Massa home run in the 5th, and with 2 outs, Brandon Bischens hit a single to right. It was a diving attempt by Jake Maratz. He couldn't come up with it. Maratz took some time to get out of his dive and retrieve the ball. Mitch Keeler, who was at first base, got waved in. The relay throw was offline. And the pitch in there for a strike to Mitch Logering. No balls and 1 strike to count. At the time, that made it a 4-3 lead as Logering hits a ground ball foul. Right side, and it's 0-2. And Drew Byer, sacrifice fly in the 6th inning, made it a 5-3 ball game. So that's our scoring summary to this point. The ball's 2 strikes and the pitch sails high. One and 2 the count. The pitch swinging a foul at the plate. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Logering with 1 reach and 3 plate appearances today. Up for the 4th time here in the 7th inning. And a 5-3 Foley lead. Winner to Waconia to play Waconia Friday night. Hit well right field. Angling towards the line into foul ground. Marat is going to run it down with barely enough room in foul territory, but he makes the play. And for only the 2nd time today, the Lumberjacks go down in order. 3 up, 3 down. We stretch in Chaska. Foley leads at 5-3.
All summer long, you have gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that decorate and help define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball in our hometowns. And on September 11th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Royals at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the newly crowned state amateur champs will be honored at the Town Ball Tavern and during a pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3! Fairmont, state champions in 2020.
Congratulations to the Fairmont Martins. They are your 2020.
For tickets to the Twins' Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 11th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
Ryan Chmielewski hasn't given up a run since the 3rd inning. He has struck out 8. He has walked 2. And has given up 6 hits, 3 runs. All have been earned. Catcher Tim Seifert will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As Stark trails it 5-3. First pitch blown away to Seifert. 1 ball, no strike. Seifert grounded to 3rd in the 1st, or rather in the 3rd, and singled in the 4th inning. Pitch a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The Longhorns have left 5 runners on through their 6 frames to this point. A curveball over for a strike. And Seifert not liking that call at all. It is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, a curve, missed low and away. Similar spot, different result. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Chmielewski grounds 1 towards 3rd, gobbled up there by Bistjens. He'll throw across the diamond. Seifert retired, 1 down here in the 7th inning. And now the top of the order, and Dylan Klein will come up. What is a 5-3 lead for Foley? Trying to go to Waconia next Friday night. Klein 0 for 3 in his first 3 plate appearances today. First pitch just a bit outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Fine, a strikeout in the first, a ground out to the pitcher in the third, a fly out to left in the fourth. Little number up the third base side. Chmielewski there to field. He'll throw to first base to beat a diving to the bag Klein. There's 2 down here in the inning. Chmielewski doing a nice job of being that 5th infielder. Get the second out of the inning. And Sean Mathewitz squares to bunt and takes it low. 1 ball, no strikes. Mathewitz on the day. Fouled out to first in the first, singled and scored in the third, and fouled to the catcher in the 5th. Breaking ball for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One and the pitch outside. Chmielewski just missed. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 5-8-0 for Foley, 3-6-2 for Stark. Ground ball to Bischens at third. He'll field and throw across the diamond to retire the side. 3rd time today that the Longhorns have gone down in order. 3 ground balls gets rid of Stark in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the 8th. It's a 5-3 lead for Foley.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
To the 8th inning we go. Foley leading it 5-3 here in the first round of Class C play. The 98th annual Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Leading off things here in the 8th inning is the catcher Ian Von Wold. He'll swing and miss at the first offering. No balls and 1 strike. That was the 92nd pitch for Richard as the pitch goes low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Von Wold. He singled and scored in the 2nd, popped to short. In the 4th inning, was hit by a pitch, and his courtesy runner, or his pinch runner, scored in the 6th inning. A smacker into right and a base hit. So Von Wold, with his 3rd reach in 4 plate appearances. And Ryan Chmielewski will probably get called down to sacrifice if Von Wold with a single. Ryan Chmielewski will probably get called on to sacrifice if memory's serving as any guide, as he swings at the first one and fouls it away. Chmielewski sacrificed a runner-up in the 2nd inning. Flew out to left in the 4th and sacrificed a runner-up again in the 6th inning. A 5-3 lead for Foley. Here in the 8th inning, looking for some insurance. A push bunt up the first base side. Trying to elude the tag was Chmielewski, but super or not, able to apply said tag. And the sacrifice complete by a 3 unassisted in the scorebook. And Joe Zawicki will stand in. Zawicki from the right-hand side of the plate. The pitch out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Sawicki struck out looking in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth, and he's hit by the pitch here. He had previously singled in the sixth inning, so first and second. And the dangerous Luis Massa will come to the plate. Massa singled in the first inning, an RBI double in the second inning, a solo home run in the fifth. He was intentionally walked in the sixth. First and second with one down. Pitch goes high, 1 ball, no strikes. He's a triple away from the cycle. If he gets a triple here, it'll be a 4-run advantage for the Lumberjacks. This pitch goes high, it's 2 balls, no strikes. And a little bit of a catch-22 situation if you're Richard here. You don't want to give him something too good to hit because he can hurt you big time. As the pitch goes high, it's 3 balls, no strikes. But you also don't want to put another runner on base when you're already down 2 with only 6 outs to play with. 3-0, up for ball 4. So Massa draws his second walk, this one of the actual variety as compared to the intentional variety. And Drew Byer, who had a sacrifice fly in his last plate appearance, will be the batter. Byer walked and scored in the first, popped to second in the second, grounded out to second in the fifth, and had a sacrifice fly in the sixth. A curveball goes low. 5 straight bad ones from Richard. Byer with an opportunity to blow this game open. Foley leads at 5-3 here in the 8th. Stark is the home team. Von Wald at third, Sawicki at second, Massa at first, and a strike finally from Richard. One ball, one strike to count. The 1-1 delivery hammered towards right field. Well hit, but playable. Maratz is going to make the catch. Tagging at third. Coming to the plate is Von Wald. He will score. Moving up to third is Sawicki. And a 6-3 advantage for Foley. As Drew Byer with his second sacrifice fly of the day. Good job by Sawicki, moving up to third as well, as Tyler Midas will come to the plate. He's one of 2 men in the lineup that hasn't reached base yet today for the Lumberjacks. He's wearing the collar at 0 for 4 as the pitch goes inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Midas lined out to short in the first, grounded to short in the third, popped to first in the fifth, and flew out to right in the sixth. Ground ball towards short once again. Helget going to go the short way to force Massa, and the side is out here in inning number 8. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 left, 7.5 done. It is a 6-3 lead for Foley.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
Bottom of the 8th inning we go. Foley leading now by a 6-3 margin. Ryan Chmielewski still in the game for Foley. 102 pitches, but he's retired the last 5 that he has faced. Brandon Helgett will lead things off here in the 8th inning. Rounded to third in the first, singled and scored in the third, popped to short in the 5th. Pitch number 103 from Chmielewski is a strike, 0-1. 6-3 Foley. Winner of this goes to Waconia to face the Waconia Lakers on Friday night. Fouled away. Left side not a play, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2 on Helgett. The 0-2, ground ball foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Foley in their 4th straight state tournament. Trying to win here in the first round as fastball goes up to Helgett. Haven't seen anybody warm up for Foley. Ground ball towards the first base side. Knocked down at first base by Keeler. He'll pick it up and give an underhand toss to Chmielewski. Helgett retired 3-1 in the scorebook. 1 down here in the 8th inning. One down and Mason Cox to the plate. Walked and scored in the first, a 2-run bat hop assisted single in the 3rd inning, and a soft liner to second in the 5th inning. Pitch outside to Cox, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 from Chmielewski is low. Two balls, no strikes to count now. The pitch outside. Now Chmielewski trails in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. He has walked 2 today, in addition to the 8 strikeouts. Pitch a strike. Three balls, 1 strike. Chmielewski ready. A looper out to right center field. It'll land for a base hit. It's heading towards the gap as well. Chmielewski chugging to second base. The throw there is cut off. So a double for Cox. Tying run heads to the on-deck circle. Zach Holla heads to the plate. RBI triple in the 2nd inning. Struck out looking in the 3rd, grounded to short in the 6th. The pitch, curveball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch outside, so it's 2 balls, no strikes. Another runner gets on, then the tying run can come to the plate. Now a visit out of the dugout for Foley. ...113 pitches right now for Ryan Chmielewski. The 2-0, a pop-up foul. Right side not a play, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike now. fouled away. So Chmielewski evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 3-run advantage for Foley. They just don't want that tying run to come to the plate. Breaking ball low and away, and now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pause and the 3-2, hammered left field and deep. Back is Keeler. It's going to be one hop against the 355 side and left center. Scoring easily is Cox. Holla with a double. His second RBI of the game. It's 6-4, and the Longhorns are going to get that tying run to the plate. Back-to-back doubles here in the 8th inning. Have made it a 6-4 ball game, and it appears Ryan Chmielewski is going to get lifted. Chmielewski will head in after giving up his 8th hit of the game. It's been a heck of an outing for him, so the new pitcher will be Drew Byer. He will move from shortstop to pitcher. And now moving into the shortstop position will be Alex Foss. And Ryan Chmielewski is going to go out to left field to replace Sam Keeler. So that's the way that will work. Keeler was not batting in the regular order. Chmielewski done after 7 1/3, 8 hits, 4 runs all earned. He walked 3 and he struck out 8. It'll be up to Drew Byer to help stop the bleeding here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nick Labatt will come to the plate representing the tying run. Foley leads Stark 6-4. And Byer's warm-up tosses are done. He'll get a couple of words of instruction and or encouragement from Ian Von Wald from behind the plate. Labatt, a strikeout, a single, and a walk. First pitch high from Byer. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. A 6-4 advantage for Foley, but the threat continues for Stark here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And there's a strike. It's 1-1. Ball and a strike, the count. The off-speed pitch swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 fouled right back to the screen. That was a bit of a hanging off-speed pitch from Byer. And he got away with it as Holla fouled it straight back. The 1-2 towards left field and through for a base hit. Chmielewski comes up in left field, charging. That'll hold Holla at third. So Holla at third, Labatt at first. And David Super will come to the plate representing the go-ahead run. Supernaut struck out in the second, hit into a force play in the fourth, and struck out looking in the sixth. A foul ball makes it no balls and one strike. Runners at the corners with one down. The pitch, fastball outside corner for a strike. And Supernaut finds himself trailing in the count now. No balls and two strikes. The pause by Byer, and the pitch swung on and missed. Byer gets a three-pitch strikeout of Supernaut. There's now two down here in the inning. Third time Supernaut has struck out today. And Jace Maratz will be the batter. He struck out three times today as well. All three against Ryan Chmielewski. The pitch goes high. One ball, no strikes. 6-4 the lead for Foley here in the bottom of the eighth inning. Runner takes off, pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to second base is not in time. The runner at third, Holla, didn't go on the release. So it's 1-1 on Jace Maratz. And now the tying run into scoring position. With two outs, the 1-1 outside corner for a strike. One ball, two strikes now. Byer a strike away from ending the threat. Maratz a base hit away from tying the game. The 1-2, boy, just missed. So the deuce is wild on Maratz. 2-2 with two down and two on. A two-run advantage for Foley. Here in the bottom of the eighth inning. The pitch a little bit low, and now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes with Seifert on deck. Six-4 Foley, bottom of the eighth inning. Tying run at second base for the Lumberjacks. The pitch, swing and a miss. Byer gets a big strikeout. He gives up a single but strikes out two men to end the thread in the inning. 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 runners left on base. To the ninth inning we go. It's 6-4 Lumberjacks.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Interesting, entertaining, compelling one in this one. Foley leads 6-4 as we go to the top of the ninth inning. Mitch Keeler, first ball swinging, grounds one towards third, and Holla, who will fire across the diamond, and Keeler retired 5-3 on the first pitch of the ninth inning. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth for Stark. They will have 9-1 and 2 due. And Brandon Bistians will be the batter. He reached on a drop fly ball in the first, grounded to short in the third, an RBI single in the fifth, and a fly out to center in the seventh. Each team with 9 hits. Stark leads the error column 2-0. Foley leads the stat. That counts 6-4 as Bischens looks at a strike from Richard. The pitch blown away. It is 1 ball, 1 strike on Bischens. Richard has gone the whole way as Bischens hits a fly ball deep left field. Retreating on it is Mason Cox. He looks up. He yields now to Labatt, and Labatt will make the catch on the track just to the right of the 355 sign for the second out of the inning. Bischens hit that as far as he could to that part of the ballpark, but it just wasn't enough. 2 down in the inning for Mitch Logering. 1 reach and 4 plate appearances for him. 6-4 Foley. Top of the 9th inning. And the pitch, a little low, a little outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 with 2 down. Breaking ball missed again. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Checking the pitch count here on Richard. Pitch in there for a strike. It's 2-1. That's 115 pitches now for Richards as a fly ball goes into right center field. This one playable for Labatt. He will make the catch to retire the sign. And only for the second time in today's ball game, the Lumberjacks go down in order. 3 up, 3 down. To the bottom of the 9th we go. 9-1-2 due for the Longhorns. They trail it 6-4.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
Bottom of the 9th inning we go, and some sprinkles beginning to fall here at Chaska Athletic Park. Looked out the radar about 45 minutes ago, and there was some light rain off to our west. The sky is definitely clouded up. They've turned the lights on here at Chaska Athletic Park. And the lights starting to take effect as well. As Tim Seifert will look the first pitch outside from Drew Byer, trying to save it for Ryan Chmielowski. Swinging a pop-up right side. Byer, the pitcher, calls and catches halfway between the mound and first base. And there's 1 down here in the 9th inning. Now the top of the order due for Stark. But the next 2 hitters are a combined 1 for 8 today, including Dylan Klein wearing the collar at 0 for 4 right now. They'll look at a strike, nothing in 1. Klein struck out in the first, grounded to the pitcher in the 3rd, flew out to left in the 4th, and grounded back to the pitcher in the 7th. Curveball taken low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 delivery, fly ball, left center field, angling over is Zawicki. From his center field position, he'll make a one-handed head high off to his side grab. For the second out here in the 9th inning, the Waconia Lakers awaiting the winner of this one. Out number 27, the only thing standing in the way of Foley and a trip to Waconia on Friday night as Sean Mathowitz looks at a strike, 0-1. He's 1 for 4, singled and scored back in the third. Curve ball hit towards right field. Coming on is Luis Massa. He will make the catch, and Foley is moving on. Drew Beyer retires 5 of the last 6 to save it for Ryan Chmielewski, as Foley wins it 6-4. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 9 left for Foley. 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 7 left for the Longhorns. The winning pitcher, Ryan Chmielewski, 7 1/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 walks and 8 strikeouts. Drew Beyer throws the final inning in 2/3. Gives up 1 hit, strikes out 2, and he gets the save. And Javon Richard gets the loss for the Stark Longhorns. So that's going to do it for the Class C portion of the day here today. Our final game of the day will be a completion of a suspended game from Friday night. Miesville currently leads the Chaska Cubs by a 5-0 margin. That was the score before the rains came on Friday night. We will complete that suspended game here in about a half an hour. So our final in this one, Foley defeats Stark 6-4. They'll go on to take on the Waconia Lakers next Friday night in Waconia at 7:30. For producer-director Clayton Johnson, Darren Swenson saying so long for just a little while from Chaska.